there, and welcome to KXVS 92.1 FM. Of course, this is Sabor Latino with Betty Ramirez, and guess who I have here in the house? And I'm so excited because, of course, this is my friend who we go way back, and I'm talking KUP days. Chris, how are you? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás?
I'm doing okay.
Hey, welcome. Welcome back to KXVS, your community radio. And Joe, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Betty?
Hey, I'm happy to have you both here because I'm going to put you both to work.
Uh-oh.
No, but you know what? This is important because this is, I know that we had our event, of course, the Chicano Community Program Radio Reunion. And when we had the Chicano Community Program Radio Reunion, it was the 3rd annual. And so we're going to talk a little bit about it, about your experience, about what you saw, and what you think, areas that we can improve. Because, of course, with an event like that is big, that's a lot of work. I can't do it by myself anymore. It's not by myself. I'm going to have more help, I'm pretty sure, next year. We'll have more involvement, of course, with the radio station, of course, because, the radio station is benefiting as well, too, once we get to that point. But, yeah, KXVS, since we're a nonprofit, we definitely will be able to make this event help us out. And since we are community radio, we do need events like this to happen for the community each and every year. And since this was the 3rd annual, of course, things still need to improve. Still, there's still things that we could do a little different. I don't know. You can tell me what you saw from your experience from attending there, and I'm glad that you did because you were part of everything. You even won some tickets, and I'm like, wow, I am glad that you were able to win some raffle prizes and stuff. Joe,
it was a fun event. I feel we could grow a lot more.
Mm-hmm. In areas, what areas do you feel that we can grow?
The car show. Have an all-day entertainment, more things for the children.
Back up. Let's go back to the car show. What areas can we improve in that?
I think we ought to get the community involved.
Okay.
Such as the lowrider car clubs.
Get more lowriders. You know what? I'm going to take some notes because this is good stuff, Maynard. Excuse me. This is good stuff, and if I don't take notes right now,
use
then
a committee.
Okay, so you're talking. Are you talking a committee from the community to be part with the radio?
To manage the car show, the whole car show.
Okay, so on the car show,
somebody
you
from
said
the community.
You said more car clubs.
Yeah, more car clubs.
So you're talking like the
community car clubs.
Okay.
The lowrider car clubs, the Volkswagen car clubs. Things like that. We got to get that community involved into this. We are the voice of Stockton.
Yes, we are.
And if they need us, we can turn around and help them out, during their events.
Scratch my back, I'll scratch your back.
That's exactly right. They're coming up to the Christmas toy drives.
That's right.
So, and a lot of the car clubs do them. So
yes, they do. And
we're just asking, hey, like she said, you scratch our backs, we scratch yours. We'll give you the advertisement you need for the toy drives. All you gotta do is promote them so that way they get a good outcome. I hear you loud and clear. So yeah, and Joe, do you know of any car clubs? Do you know of anybody that you think is new out there but we don't know about because we're kind of up there in the senior age? Not senior age yet, but
no, I can't think of any, but I mean I can do some research and maybe find some.
Yeah, because I know there is some out there.
Oh yeah.
And I'm talking muscle cars. I'm talking
hot rods.
And I'm talking bikes too.
Yeah.
I'm not talking just cars.
Okay.
I had a call one time and they said, what about motorcycles? What about bikes? And I said, you know what? Everything. I'm welcome to all because, I believe in that. I'm not just leaving it as cars only. No, everybody that wants to be part of the event and bring something new, you are invited. And so there was a gentleman talking about bikes because there's a lot of youth that really work on these beautiful bikes. And I thought, you know what? Bring them, because once you bring them, then we're going to start that category,
Yeah.
And I also told the bikers, and I'm talking the hogs, the Harley Davis bikes, because there is some beautiful bikes out there. And I have seen some with beautiful artwork, and oh my goodness, the sound it puts out too. Out of this world. But a lot of times they feel left out for reasons because they are so loud. Yeah. And they think that nobody really wants them. I kind of recall when I was living in Colorado, the towns would complain when they would come through because, of course, they were so loud that they said that they felt like a vibration throughout the whole town. And, you know, that was a big lie. I mean, you know, come on. It was because they just didn't want it.
Just complaining about it.
Exactly. And see, we're open. I'm open to anything and everything. And if they are willing to come in as a group or willing to come in as a single biker, that too, because we had a lot of individuals come in with their cars, and we were talking individuals that came from afar. San Jose, Vacaville.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And so we had I was happy to see that because we had a variety of cars. And so to be able to open it up to other than just cars, you know, bikers, and I think that would be even better.
Yeah.
So work on that, Joe. See what you can come up with, because I know you could probably find some really nice new car clubs out there with the youth. Even the little smart car, the little small. What do they call them?
Over there at the what's it called? Sonic.
At Sonic.
Have those little cars that they
look like those little toy cars.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, some of them are just so gorgeous. And you know, the work that goes on there, or whatever they do, how they wrap them. Oh my goodness, it's a work of art, and that's something that I would love to show. But I know that there's different car clubs out there, and if we could get them, that'd be great. One, I'm thinking Asians. Asians have some of the most beautiful small cars, and they're sporty. And I've seen them. I've seen them displayed out there at some of the car
Sonic
clubs
and stuff like that.
Yeah, and even the car shows over here at the San Joaquin County Fairgrounds. And so I know they're out there. We just got to find them.
Yeah.
And so when we find them, we need to invite them and let them know that we would like for them to be part of the show this coming year, which will be the 4th.
Yeah.
Híjole, 4 years. And so I love that. I love the fact that it's getting up there. And you know what? It is growing, because you do see more involvement. You do see more people, and you hear a lot of really positive comments. And so, and that's why I was curious. You know, I know, Chris, you were there from early. And I'm glad that you were there, because you are one. You were able to see and hear all the talent, all the bands. What else stood out for you?
Some of the jumpers for the kids.
Okay, did you see that big jumper that I had in the back?
Yeah.
That was pretty large, and it was. But the thing is, I noticed that there wasn't many children. The children came in kind of towards the evening, but we need to make it more family oriented. So yes, we need to
the car show, you get all the families come out when you do bring out car clubs. Okay,
so family, there's a car club called Familia. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen those. Okay, but like I said, we want OG. Everybody. You know, car clubs, Brown Persuasion, some of those old Impalas. You know, the
thing
Impalas.
Is, it is difficult to get them all to come out, because there's so many car shows that they're spread out. They're spread out thin, and sometimes they'll send 5 cars here, 5 cars there, and 10 cars there. Look at too. And so that's what they've been doing for me, because I'm always a Sunday. It's always a Sunday. I try not to compete on Saturdays, because Saturdays is always so difficult to get cars, because they're already committed to other places. So if we could get them to commit early, then that's when we can get them to come out and be part of our event. And being that it's always a Sunday, I know they're probably tired from that Saturday, but they can still make it. And once they're committed, then maybe it won't be so tiresome, or they'll know that they're going to be there at the car show. So maybe they won't do too much that Saturday. But since, you know, the Chicano Community Program has always been on a Sunday, I'm trying to keep it kind of the same. And so that's one of the things that I've been concentrating on whenever we have this event. Because, of course, more and more people think that, the Chicano Community Program used to be on Sunday, so we are able to continue.
Something they can relate to.
Yes,
on a Sunday.
Exactly. And so that's kind of where, I'm true to that, because I want to keep it as real as what we had in the past. and similar. And what's something else that you can share with the community about the event?
The entertainment was great. I enjoyed all the entertainment. It was an all afternoon thing, and it was cool. A lot of the entertainment was donated, so it was.
Which was your favorite that you recall?
I think the congas, when the
That
drums
was-
came out.
That was Ed Ramirez with the Mix Blues Band and the Rumba Latino. And that's the first time they ever did that. And they
Yeah.
told me, we have something for you that is kind of different. Would you be open to it? And he says, this is going to allow the youth to come in and jam with the musicians. And I said, on stage? He says, yes. And I said, oh, that's so cool. And so that's what I've been promoting and letting people know that, you know what? Kids are going to have an opportunity to play with the band. Now, how cool is that? Everybody loves that. Everybody enjoys that. And so I wasn't sure what it is that they were going to do. And when they start pulling all these congas, the sound that they put out was just amazing. And I recall something similar to that in the Bay Area. I went to Gibby's. They were doing a fundraiser for Gibby for a health issue. And it was in San Francisco. It was one of the clubs out there. And they had over 24 congaeros. And when they started, it was like a rumble. And it was so awesome. And it was Juan Escovedo's was there, Pete Escovedo's son. And he was playing beautifully along with the rest. And that's when I met him. And I got to share some things about his dad and just visit with him. And that's when he was able to get a hold of his father, and interview was set up. And that was my very first interview when we first started Sabor Latino, the radio right here, KXVS. And so I was really elated because, you know, if I hadn't met him that day, oh my goodness, you know, it wouldn't have happened. But to hear the congaeros play at one time, it was such an awesome feeling. It gives me goosebumps when I think about it because that sound is just amazing. And that was the same that you experienced at our event. I had no idea they were going to bring in all the congas. And so that's what they were talking about, to allow the public to come in and jam with them. And so glad that you experienced that because it means a lot, you know. You noticed it. And so that's something that I'm looking forward for next year again. And if they're willing to do that, I have a feeling they are, because, you know, they want to continue to grow. And so.
And this is the place to do it, the voice of Stockton.
That is right. That is right. And so, and, you know, I'm always asking the community out there to become members, to become part of this radio station, because this is your station. This is your voice. You know, issues that affect you out there in the community, you know, you could bring it right here and you can share it with the community. So that way something can be done, at least started. All the nonprofit all the organizations out there that are nonprofit, this is your station. Yeah, and so I'm always trying to invite as many as I can so that way they could come and share their information, their family resources with the community. This is very important because we are here for you all. So. Yeah. So, what else do you want to share that really stood out? What else did you like about the event?
Frank Zapata, his ballet folklorico.
Amazing dancers.
Beautiful dancers.
Do you recall some of the music that they danced to?
No.
No. One I think
I
I'm not
came
sure if
in
it was
right
the
when
Zapateros.
they were in the middle of everything.
The beautiful dancers.
Yeah.
Yes, they have been with them for so many years, and I'm talking. Little girls.
Yeah.
I watched them grow. You know, for the past 3 years, they have been dancing and performing for our event every year. And I recall when they first started, how small they were, and then today they're young ladies.
Young ladies.
Yes, and
away.
Such beautiful dancers. They're so talented, and so that's something else that really stood out too. And this year we were able to donate something to them, to the group.
That's good.
Yeah. Alrighty, what else?
What else? Some of the mariachis that were playing.
That was a mariachi tesoro. Every year they come and they play for us, which I think is great. And there was something else that I was talking to my sister, and I'm thinking, there's so many mariachis out there. Maybe we ought to bring on some more.
That's how I see it. I think maybe like
that is cultura.
Some kind of mariachi festival.
Yes,
for the
I think that would be
local mariachis
that
come
would be
out and show their stuff.
Yes, because when they play, and it depends on how many musicians they have too.
Yeah,
they could put out some really, really nice performance and sound, and that's something that I want to continue because that's tradition.
That is.
That's tradition. My dad was always singing with the mariachi. He always wore his hat and his charro outfit, and he was proud singer. Man could sing. That's something that I can't do, but Daddy sure could sing, and I always look forward to his performances because he always touched the heart.
Yeah.
It was always something from Mexico, and so I was happy to be able to be brought up with tradition, Mexican traditions, and now I'm able to pass it down to my girls. But yeah, beautiful sounds that the mariachi puts out as well. Now, Joe, you didn't come out, did you?
No, I didn't.
You missed it.
Yeah, I missed it.
You
be there
missed
next year, though. I'll definitely be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, did you hear that? He just committed, so we're going to hold him up to that. That is wonderful. Well, your dad got to experience it, and I'm glad that he was there because he was part of it. And so, a lot of work, let me tell you. I think I got like maybe 2 hours of sleep again. There's just no way I could never sleep a day before because there's always things you're thinking of trying to do.
Last minute stuff.
Yeah, banners, signs, and all the stuff. Want to make sure everything is done properly and have all your documentation in case somebody comes out and asks, hey, do you have license to do this and this and that? And because this was the first year that we were able to sell liquor. That's something we never did. And so the ABC did approve us to be able to sell beer and wine. No hard liquor. That won't be permitted. But the beer and wine, people were happy to be able to have a wine with their meal, or a glass of beer, beer or wine, one or the other. So I thought that was pretty cool. And so that was something different this year. And yeah, it was more work, but at the same time, who really came through is my sister Anna, and I got to give it to her. I got to thank her from the bottom of my heart because you know what? She was awesome. I had a couple that was supposed to show up for the food court, and they didn't show, Chris. So there goes my sister, dun, 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 to the rescue. And sure enough, she ran it so well.
Yeah, I recognized her right when I seen her.
Did you? That's Anna. That's my oldest sister, and she
recognized me. She's
did
like,
she?
Chris, I thought that was you.
Oh, look at that. She still remembers.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
I don't change much.
So she was able to run the food court and did a beautiful job. So we're also thankful that she was able to do that. Yeah, big help right there. The food, of course, was the tamalitos, authentic Mexican cuisine, and it was delicious. A lot of people really enjoyed the food. And it was somebody told me, you know what, Betty, I enjoyed those tamales so much that I had to go find that place, and I bought a whole glob of tamales and took them home. And I thought, okay, that's cool. All righty, so what else? What else do you recall?
Yeah, I just remember that it was a lot of work for you.
Yes.
And like I said, the 4th annual, as it's coming up, you'll have a lot of help.
Well, hopefully people will come forth, from the community because, yes, we would love to have you if you would like to be a helper. Just be part of this wonderful traditional event. And not only that, but you'd be helping the community radio in a big way. And if you don't become a member, maybe that's a time to become a member because we are needing more individuals to support your community radio station because we are nonprofit. We're here because of you. And so that's something that you can do. And of course, we would really appreciate it in a big way. This is your radio station. And so that would be one way that you can do a good deed for the year and give back, right?
That's exactly right.
And I remember the Chicano Community Program days, sometimes we would get volunteers out there when we were out broadcasting live. Do you recall that? Because I do recall people coming forward and saying, hey, can I help?
That's exactly. They were at the phone bank and they answer phones for us.
Yep.
And things like that.
You know what? That's something that we can do here too, Chris. Now that you mentioned that, there's all sorts of things that we can do here and bring it to the community and see if maybe that's something that might spark an interest for them. So
some of those schools that you may need community service hours for, hey, give us a call.
You know who
right
came
here.
through in a big way is Cesar Chavez. We had I would say about 10 volunteers, and then some still kept coming. And I thought that was so sweet. Now, Patty Guzman Rivera, she outdid herself, and she says, you know what, Betty, thank you so much for letting our kids from Cesar Chavez do community service, because they get points. They get credit for that. And so she says, you know what, they were elated. They were happy to be able to do that. And again, you know, if you want them for next year, they'll be there again.
Well,
and I thought,
we have all kinds of groups from Stag Mecha to Franklin Mecha that
Mechistas.
get involved. I mean,
Yes.
that's the way to get involved. Give us a call here. It's 209-944-5987. This is KXVS Radio.
And of course, you are in tune to Sabor Latino. And of course, this is something that I do weekly, Monday through Friday, Sabor Latino, 4 to 6. And then we do La Voz, which is on Saturdays between the hours of 4 and 7 in the evening. So if you know of a DJ, or if you are a DJ yourself, come on over here, you know, do a little show, so that way people know who you are and what your style of music is. And not only that, but I think you do wonderfully here, and you'll get a taste of what it's like to be on the radio, you know. And I think that would be really, really positive, really good for the business if you do have a DJ business. Mostly all the DJs do, and so I think this would be a benefit to them. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, alrighty, we're gonna get back to some music, and so enjoy the music that we have for you. And of course, a lot of the music here is supplied by none other than Chris Jimenez himself. And you know what? I love the fact that, do you go by is it CJ the DJ?
No, I don't.
That's clever, though.
Never did.
I read that on Facebook, and I thought that was so cute, and I'm like, well, you know what? I'm going to ask him, see if he wants to go by that. Unless you want to go by a certain name. I know that you went by Night Owl Productions. That was back in the day.
That was back in the day.
So we're talking 18. The 80s, right?
Yep. That's when I was a youngster running around.
Yeah, and I went by Negra, and that was my little cover-up name. No one knew who I was, and so I had fun doing that, because, you know, I was afraid if I did a mistake on the radio, nobody would know who it is.
Not that we cared.
But you know what? I got caught a lot of times just from opening my mouth. You know, as soon as they heard my voice, I know that voice.
Yeah.
I know that voice. I said, no, you don't. Take off real quick. It's so funny. But then again, you know, those were the days back then. And so if we hadn't done what we did, we wouldn't be here today. And so very thankful for all the people that have touched us from the KOP days. And that was Mario Hernandez.
Robert Navarro. Ponce Reese.
Ponce. We still have to find his son, Ponce. And still try to get a hold of some of the family members. Even Dennis Easter.
Yeah. He taught us everything we knew.
Yep. And so if we can get a hold of family members and bring them in and do an interview, I think that would be so awesome. Yeah. So we'll be right back after these messages and music.
tell the one you love just how much they mean to you. Because you see, sometimes the needs of the one outweigh the needs of the many. And if you understand what I'm talking about, let me hear you say yeah. Let me hear you say yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me hear you say yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me hear you say
Me and Mrs. Jones, we got a thing going on. Yeah, we don't you worry. Yes, we do. We both know that it's wrong, but it's much too strong to let it go now. same cafe, 6:30, and no one knows we'll be there. Holding hands, we're making all sorts of plans while that jukebox plays our favorite song. And Mrs. Jones, we got a thing going on and on and on and on. What can I tell you?
Now we both know that it's wrong, but it's much too strong to let it go now.
Don't go nowhere. No, 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 no. Now we got to be extra careful. Hey, that we don't build our hopes up too high, my baby. Oh, no, no, no. Michelle, go her way, and sugar, I'll go my way. Tomorrow we'll meet the same place, the same time. Yeah. Mrs. Jones, Jones. Ooh. Baby, 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 we got a thing going on. Hey, we got to meet at the same place, the same time, baby, so don't be late. We gon' talk it over, girl, we got to talk it over. Talk it over. We gon' talk it over. Talk it over. We need to talk it over. Mrs. Jones, my baby Jones. Mrs. Jones.
Darling baby, life is so lonely without you. Life is so lonely without you. Since you left these arms of mine, I've been alone, crying, wondering why you left me behind. Darling baby, can't carry on since you've been gone. Why don't you please, please come on home? Let's talk it over, baby, 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 baby. Let's talk it over one more time. Oh, so many nights I wondered who's holding you tight. Can't help but feel it should be me. Oh, it should be me. 'Cause I'm forever losing sleep at night. Darling, baby, I've been loving you so long. Tell me, what did I do wrong? Come back to these arms of mine. Let's talk it over. Let's talk it over one more time. Darling, baby, this world is empty you left these arms of mine. Let's talk it over, baby, baby, one more time. Darling, baby.
Hey, baby, take a look over your shoulder. Say, you, come over here and sit down and let me rant to you. I used to say I was sincere, baby, but when you needed me most, I wasn't there. But if somehow you can forgive me, over your shoulder, you'll find that I'm gonna be waiting patiently. Just look over your shoulder, girl. You're gonna find me all the way. I know you found someone. Show me that you love me, honey. Just show me that you love me. And girl, I have the right to keep asking you. But if somehow you can forgive me, over your shoulder, then I'm gonna be. Hey baby, girl, look over your shoulder. Yeah, you gonna find me. I know it's not easy to find someone who cares, and especially a love, baby, that's never been shared. But if somehow you can forgive me, 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 look over your shoulder, you'll find me. Hey, baby, please take one look over your shoulder. There I'm gonna be. Hey, baby, please take one look over your shoulder. There I'm gonna be. Baby, I need your loving. Baby, I need your loving. Although you're never near, your voice I often hear. Another day, another night, I long to hold you tight, 'cause I'm so lonely. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Some say it's a sign of weakness for a man to beg. Then weak I'd rather be, if it means having you to keep. 'Cause lately I've been losing sleep. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Empty nights
smile you might see has all been hers. Darling, I can't go on without you. This emptiness won't let me live without you. This loneliness inside me, darling, makes me feel half alive. Baby, I need your loving, got to have all your loving. Baby, I need your loving, got to have all your loving. Baby, I need your loving.
El que no tenga de sonero el corazón, que no canta un son, el que no sepa bailarlo como es, que no mueva un pie, aquel que nunca quiso ir a Matamoros, ni le hizo correr su son de la loma, que no lo cante ahora, aquel que nunca quiso al bárbaro del ritmo, al gran Benny Moré, que mal cubano es, porque de Cuba es el sol. Y el que se siente cubano lo lleva en el corazón. Oye, como dice, el son sigue ahí. En el 50 y en el 2000, el son sigue ahí. No lo metan en la timba, el son sigue ahí. No le cambien la camisa, el son sigue ahí. Déjenlo de guayabera, que el pueblo lo quiere así, como lo tocaba Arsenio en los tiempos de mi abuelo. ¿Cómo? Vaya. Para entonar la voz, para cantarlo el corazón. Ajá. Para entonar la voz, para cantarlo el corazón. Para entonar la voz, para cantarlo el corazón. ¡Yeah! El son sigue ahí. Ahí, el son sigue ahí. El son sigue ahí. Caballero, no me diga que es cubano si no baila el son como yo. El son sigue ahí. Sigue ahí, sigue ahí. Sigue ahí, el son sigue ahí. El son sigue ahí. No le cambien la camisa. El son sigue ahí. Déjenlo de guayabera. El son sigue ahí. Mira que el pueblo lo quiere así. El son sigue ahí. Ahí, 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 ahí. Sigue ahí, el son no murió. El son sigue ahí. ¡Oh! El son sigue ahí. El son sigue ahí. El son sigue ahí. El son sigue ahí. El son es lo más sublime. El son sigue ahí. Para el alma divertir. El son sigue ahí. Y con el son de la loma, el son sigue ahí. Yo me quisiera morir, ay morir. El son sigue ahí. ¡Yeah! El son sigue ahí.
me encontraba triunfando por las tierras del norte. Tú estabas consultando en las montañas de Sorte, haciendo brujería. Prendiéndome 100 velas con muy mala intención, haciendo brujería sin ninguna razón. Enemigos gratuitos de que te vale. Que si me había muerto, que si. Quisiera solo un beso de tu boca para embriagarme de amor. Quisiera de tus ojos la mirada y así mitigar mi pasión. Tú tienes un hechizo encantador y un dulce embeleso a mí que me tienes loco. Y es por eso que solo vivo pensando en ti. Quisiera solo un beso de tu boca para embriagarme de amor. Quisiera de tus ojos la mirada y así mitigar mi pasión. Tú tienes un hechizo encantador y un dulce embeleso a mí que me tienes loco. Y es por eso que solo vivo pensando en ti. Cruel tormento, dulce obsesión, al no poder besarte con loca pasión. Y es por eso que solo vivo pensando en ti. Cruel tormento, dulce obsesión, al no poder besarte con loca pasión. Y es por eso que solo vivo pensando en ti. ¡Vamos!
Damn, 8 years ago when we started our careers, we was just trying to give y'all good music, good lyrics, you know? Y'all made us #1. Now we got all these haters trying to take us out the game. I guess our success really bothers you, huh? Aventura, tengo carne, we ain't going nowhere, baby.
Mi Dios, porque fuiste maltratado, traicionado y luego no me aceptas el perdón. Hoy te pido como todo un buen cristiano que me ayudes y me expliques la razón. ¿De dónde nace tanta envidia que algunas sientes en la vida? Me hiciste humano y no perfecto. Todos tenemos un defecto, pero la envidia es un error. Estoy perdiendo la paciencia. Necesito si me oyes, dame fuerza. Joaquin, I do it all, the envy te go. Háblale por favor. No.
Ey, que le hable de qué. De envidiosos que me quieren ver, que han comido del plato mío y que saben cómo yo he sido, pero ya yo no tengo tiempo para tu maldad. Yo soy dulce coco para la humanidad. Si me tiran piedra yo tiro para atrás y los mato con humildad. Mira, si me hice con mentira, porque tú quieres estar en mi silla, porque es lo mío lo que castiga, desde Europa hasta Carolina. Y si sueno como Maelo, es que nos unen de Portobelo, pendejo. Yo no nebuleo, yo chambeo y te fuiste leo.
Show me that you hate me. Ya tu hipocresía me tiene cansado, pero sigo progresando. Don't you know we invented this style? Por eso somos los más pegados. I know the reason why you hating is cause we got the crown. Estoy perdiendo la paciencia. Necesito si me oyes, dame fuerza. What can I do with all the envy?
De verdad, no tienes nada que buscar. Nadie te quita lo que Dios te da. Yo voy para adelante sin mirar para atrás. Si no me quieren ya me querrán. Lo que nadie ve lo ve papá. Por eso tú estás donde está WhatsApp. Tú sigues local, yo mundial. Tengo más aceite que más solar. Sigo matando como si nada. Tengo tu compañía aplastada. Yo vivo como yo quiero, pegando en el mundo entero. Quítate que voy a pasar, que llegaron los de verdad, los que le meten con el corazón en la mano. Y nunca falta un fulano que odia a los que triunfaron, a los que perseveraron y lo lograron. La liga mataron y en la mano se la dejaron a los que hablaron y no confiaron. Esta yo se la dedico a los dos caras, a los hipócritas, a la gente cochinchilla que no sirve, y para los que no se rinden, para toda esta gente cobarde que tienen que tirarle a alguien para sentirse grande, que Dios me lo guarde. ¿Qué fue? Es el vocal de la Vallarta. Ajá, ajá. Con aventura te la puse dura. ¿Qué fue? Hey.
Una aventura que llegó, tengo calderón en la Vallarta. Y aventura que llegó, tengo calderón en la Vallarta.
¿Qué fue? Yo. Hey, ¿qué fue? Dime, ¿qué fue?
Jimenez.
Estamos aquí, papi, esperando por ustedes. Díganme qué es lo que quieren, a ver si se muere. ¿Qué tú te crees? ¿Tú crees que tú sabías de mí, papi?
And of course, that was Aventura with Tengo Calderón. The one before that was Lástima que sea ajena. And of course, that was Oscar de León otra vez con Mujer de Arena. And then we had Celia Cruz with El Son Sigue Allá. Ahí. And then we had, let's see, the Four Tops doing as Ask the Lonely. The one before that, see if I could read this one. It looks to me like it's the Escorts. Look over your shoulder. And of course, those are oldies but goodies that we play here. Of course, thanks to Jimenez, for letting us rip his music and share with the community. We do appreciate you very much so. And so I have Joe here, and he has something that he wants to share with you.
is me.
And so are you ready, Joe?
Yes.
Go for it.
Yes, we have an event coming up on October 29th. It's called Dia de los Muertos. Day of the Dead, right? That's what it is.
Correct.
Okay.
Dia de los Muertos.
Okay, it's going to be at the San Joaquin Delta College Warren Atherton Auditorium.
Correct.
You know, the address to that is 5151 Pacific Avenue here in Stockton, California, 95207. And it's going to be from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And the prices for the adults, $15. Seniors is $10. Students and children are going to be ages 4 to 12, $8. And 4 and under are only $1.
Hey, so it pays for the students also to take their ID because they get a discount rate.
All right.
So definitely, well, thank you so much, Joe. We do appreciate you. And I hope your experience today is going to be pretty awesome because, you know, you have been observing how radio works here. I like that because
Yep,
I'm going to
yep.
be calling on you.
Oh, I'm still learning. Don't pick
That
on
is
me
so
yet.
cool. Not yet. I know. But the day's going to come where you're going to want to do your
Yeah.
little show. And you know what? Once you have the information down, there's no stopping
Yeah,
you, right?
I'm bringing my own
Yeah.
music and stuff,
That
right?
you can assist your
Yeah.
dad too. Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, definitely. So we also have another event, and this one is Save the Date. This is Delta. Delta's La Raza Employee Association. They're going to be hosting their annual Dia de los Muertos también, you know, Day of the Dead Scholarship Breakfast. And this is going to take place, of course, at the San Joaquin Delta College. It's a $15 donation for the LREA Scholarship Fund. It comes with a complimentary ticket for breakfast that includes pozole, tamal. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Pan dulce. Oh, hot chocolate or coffee. Okay, I'm hungry. Breakfast can be enjoyed in a festive environment. Takeout and delivery options will be available. So if you don't want to eat it at that particular time, you could take it home and have it for dinner. Why not? And so save the date. That would be November the 1st, 2017 from 7:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the San Joaquin Delta College and Danner Hall. And so it sounds to me like this is worthy because, of course, who doesn't like receiving a scholarship for education? You know what? I know I could have used it when I was going to college, and I know our students can use it in a big way. And especially, college life makes it much easier when they have that extra spending money because it could always go to one of those texts that costs what? Anywhere from $300 to $500 a text. This is a textbook for one class, so you can imagine how much it's going to cost to buy all the texts that you need, you know. So yeah, anything does help, and scholarships are really, really needed for our college-bound students. So thank you so much for all of you that do scholarships. We do really appreciate you. And remember that on our website you can find us on thevoiceofstockton.org. And if you want to make a contribution or become a member, you could do so right there. You can find all the forms for membership. Or if you choose to give at that particular time, you can make a contribution by clicking on the GoFundMe button or even the PayPal. And because we're a nonprofit, this will be a great write-off at the end of the year. So remember that, okay? Plus, you'd be supporting your community radio. And yeah, it's been a long time since we had our voice back. And so let's continue to support. So that way you can continue to voice your opinion when something does affect you and you want to let the community know. Remember that on Mondays and Wednesdays I have Noticias y Algo Más with Profe Cortés, and that is between the hours of 4 and 6. He brings you the latest news from Mexico. And so definitely if you are learning Spanish, this would be one that you would want to listen to because it's fluent Spanish. And that's Noticias y Algo Más con el Profe Cortés. And so that's something else that I needed to get out. And remember that you are listening to Sabor Latino with Betty Ramirez and with the help of Chris, Jimenez, and Joe también. So thank you so much, guys, for being here and being part of the radio today. All right, let's get back to some more music right here on KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton.
Do you want to relive the golden days of Stockton? Join Nate Knott on Stockton Alive every first and third Monday at 6 p.m. Tune into thevoiceofstockton.org.
KXVS on 92.1 coming soon.
KXVS.
Sometimes I get so weird, I even freak myself out. I laugh myself to sleep, it's my lullaby. Sometimes I drive so fast just to feel the danger. I wanna scream, it makes me feel alive. Is it enough? Sometimes I get so weird, I even freak myself out. I laugh myself to sleep, it's my lullaby. Is it enough? Is it enough? Is it enough to breathe? Somebody rip my heart out and leave me here to bleed. Is it enough to die? Somebody save my life. I'd rather be anything but ordinary, please. Is it enough? Is it enough to die? Somebody save my life. I'd rather be anything but ordinary, please. Oh, I'd rather be anything but ordinary, please. Don't need permission, made my decision to test my limits. Cause it's my business, God as my witness, stop what I finished.
fast. Don't need no holder, taking control of this kind of moment. I'm locked and loaded, completely focused. My mind is open. All that you got, skin to skin. Oh my God, don't you stop, boy. Something about you makes me feel like you're dangerous woman. Something about you makes me wanna do things that I shouldn't. Something about nothing to proving. I'm bulletproofing, know what I'm doing. The way we're moving, like introducing us to a new thing. I wanna save it for later. The taste of flavor, cause I'm a taker, cause I'm a giver. It's only nature, I live for danger. All that you got, skin to skin. Oh my God, don't you stop. Something about you makes me feel like you're dangerous woman. Something about you makes me wanna do things that I shouldn't. Something about you. All guys wanna be like that. Bad girls underneath like that. You know how I'm feeling inside. Something about all guys wanna be like that. Bad girls underneath like that. You know how I'm feeling inside. Something about something about you makes me feel like you're dangerous woman. Something about you makes me wanna do things that I shouldn't. Something about you. All guys wanna be like that. Bad girls underneath like that. You know how I'm feeling inside. Something about you, baby. All guys wanna be like that. Bad girls underneath like that. You know how I'm feeling inside. Something about
Me acuerdo cuando yo te conocí, you know, que dijiste esta noche está buena para hacer maldades. Me acuerdo cuando en tu cama dormí, que dijiste que tú no podías vivir sin. Are you ready, man? Por eso, mami, no me dejes solo.
Papi, no me dejes sola.
Me gusta cuando yo te asomo.
Papi, tú me vuelves loca.
Mami, no me dejes solo.
Papi, no me dejes sola.
Me gusta cuando yo te asomo.
Papi, tú me vuelves
Pa' todas las mamis en el barrio fino. Come on.
Señoras y señores, bienvenidos al party. Bien. Agarren a su pareja con la cintura y prepárense, porque lo que viene no está fácil, no. Ya. Hey. Yo quiero bailar, tú quieres sudar y pegarte a mí, el cuerpo rosado. Yo te digo si tú me puedes provocar, eso no quiere decir que pa' la cama voy. Quiero bailar, tú quieres sudar y pegarte a mí, el cuerpo rosado. Yo te digo si tú me puedes provocar, eso no quiere decir que pa' la cama voy. Lo que yo quiero es besarte, papi, te lo juro, te me acercas y late en mi corazón. Si lo que quieres es pegarte, yo no tengo problema en acercarme y bailarte este reggaetón, que los dos tengamos que sudar, que bailemos al ritmo del tema, que me haga fuerte suspirar, pero pa' la cama digo mira na, porque yo soy la que mando, soy la que decide cuando vamos al mambo y tú lo sabes, el ritmo me está llevando, mientras más te pega más te voy azotando y eso está bien. A mí no me importa lo que muchos digan, si muevo mi cintura de abajo para arriba, si soy de barrio o tal vez soy una chica fina, si en la discoteca te me pegas y te animas, sabe que los dos tengamos que sudar, que bailemos al ritmo del tra, que me haga fuerte suspirar, pero pa' la cama digo mira na, si yo quiero bailar, tú quieres sudar y pegarte a mí, el cuerpo rosar, yo te digo si tú me puedes provocar, eso no quiere decir que pa' la cama voy. Quiero bailar, tú quieres sudar y pegarte a mí, el cuerpo rosar, yo te digo si tú me puedes provocar, eso no quiere decir que pa' la cama voy. Si en la discoteca nos vamos a alborotar, si los dos solitos nos vamos a acariciar, es porque yo quiero y no me puedes aguantar, no te creas que me voy a acostar, no es así, bailo reggaetón pero no soy chica fácil, si quieres ganarte mis besos y mi body, no es de esa forma papi, cógelo easy, cógelo baby. Mujeres pa' la disco a bailar, ven demuéstrale a tu man que es la que hay. Mujeres pa' la disco a perrear, pero que él no se crea, puede jugar. Y como ya expliqué, que los dos tengamos que sudar, que bailemos al ritmo del tra, que me haga fuerte suspirar, pero pa' la cama digo mira na. Y yo quiero bailar, tú quieres sudar y pegarte a mí, el cuerpo rosado, yo te digo si tú me puedes provocar, eso no quiere decir que pa' la cama voy. Quiero bailar, quieres sudar y pegarte a mí, el cuerpo rosado, yo te digo si tú me puedes provocar, eso no quiere decir que pa' la cama voy.
Esteban no me dice nada, ¿qué pasa? Que ya no te veo, no te veo. Esteban no me dice nada, ¿qué pasa? Que ya no te veo, no te veo. Esteban no me dice nada, ¿qué pasa? Que ya no te veo, no te veo. Esteban no me dice nada, ¿qué pasa? Que ya no te veo, no te veo.
Entraste al baile sola, la vista tú la descontrolas, moviendo como tú no hay otra, mi corazón se me explota. Entraste al baile sola, la vista tú la descontrolas, moviendo como tú no hay otra, mi corazón se me explota. Unos tragos se embriagaron, nos perdimos, olvidamos, nunca más nos encontramos. Unos tragos se embriagaron, nos perdimos, olvidamos, nunca más nos encontramos.
Esteban no me dice nada, ¿qué pasa? Que ya no te veo, no te veo. Esteban no me dice nada, ¿qué pasa? Que ya no te veo, no te veo. Esteban no me dice nada, ¿qué pasa? Que ya no te veo, no te veo. Esteban no me dice nada, ¿qué pasa? Que ya no te veo, no te veo.
más nos encontramos. Unos tragos se embriagaron, nos perdimos, olvidamos y nunca más nos encontramos.
Te vas, no me dices nada, ¿qué pasa? Que ya no te veo, no te veo. Te vas, no me dices nada, ¿qué pasa? Que ya no te veo, no te veo. Te vas, no me dices nada, ¿qué pasa? Que ya no te veo, no te veo. Te vas, no me dices nada, ¿qué pasa? Que ya no
Este mambito sabroso te pone a gozar. Un ritmo nuevo, caliente pa' guaracha. Con alegría te enseña a bailar. Pa' que tú goces, pa' que tú bailes, mambito bueno. Que no termine, que no se acabe la fiesta mía. Gracias, Señor, por lo lindo de este sabor. Al empezar la rumba te pone a gozar. Déjate bailar, vamos a vacilar. Ponte a guaracha, qué rica está y que no se da a acabar.
Oye, mamacita, pues mira, querida. Pero ¿qué te pasa? ¡Ay, a bailar! ¿Qué pasa?
Tú estás gozando, tú estás bailando, la rumba es mía. Oye, ya Costanzo, me pusiste a guarachar. Mambo pa' ti, rumba pa' el son, compadre, ya suerte ya.
I almost spoke over the song. Again, that was, of course, La La with Joe Constanzo, and then the one before that was Latin Strut with Joe Baton. And hey, guys, did I tell you that I interviewed Joe Baton just the other day?
Really?
It was quite the interview, let me tell you. That man's got energy in him. Not only that, but he's working on a new album. He's working on his book. And he told me that we're going to have one of the first copies of both. Isn't that cool?
That's cool.
That is so cool. So I thought, oh, that's his life. He's going to be writing his life story in this book, and I want a copy. I want to read it all from cover to cover. But he had some really interesting things to share, and so I thought, you know what, this is going to be a winner, and we're going to be one of the first to receive one of the first copies to be able to read out of it and share, and maybe another interview. And so I thought, yes, that's going to be so cool. But the other thing that I'm excited about is his album, a new album. Okay. The guy is still working. He's still producing music. And, you know, he has a love for the San Joaquin area and for the gente here. You know why? Because they support him and show him so much love, like he says. He says the last time he was here was 40 years ago, but he still remembers. He still remembers. He remembers us because we always buy his music and support him. And support him in the concerts. And so where I got to meet him was at San Joaquin County Fair during a concert / car show. And beautiful presentation. Band, I think he had like total of 14 musicians.
Of the band?
Yes, big group. Big group. And let me tell you, they were putting out some beautiful, beautiful music. Pleasure to meet him. He gave us his autograph, and that's when he gave me his number. He says, give me a call. He says, I will do the interview on the phone. You know, and I thought, okay, this is cool. And I called him, and sure enough, he came through Tuesday.
All right.
So it's a proud time. It's a proud moment because, of course, so far I have met and interviewed Tito Puente, Pete Escobedo. That's Sheila Escobedo's father, of course.
Yeah.
What a jazz musician, let me tell you. And then I got to meet his son, Juan, and he also, what a musician. Still play music today.
That whole family has musicians in it.
Sure does. Very talented individuals, and still going strong today in the Bay Area. So next time they come close to us, you know, I'm going to see if I can get some tickets so we can go see them, and
that's it.
And get another interview, maybe some IDs, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, some IDs.
I remember those IDs from KUOP.
I do too. Would you like to do an ID, Joe?
Of course.
You could do an ID too, Chris. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You know, this is the voice of Stockton, KXVS, and if you care about Stockton, go ahead and join KXVS and become a member, and let's make Stockton better together.
Yo! Woohoo. That's right.
Yep.
You can call us here at the office, 209-467-4455. Or you can see us on PayPal, or what is that other one? GoFundMe.
GoFundMe is the other
There
one.
you go.
Yep.
Is the other one you can go to, and we are there accepting donations. We're trying to get a transmitter for our area. That way we can have radio throughout Stockton, California. And we hopefully expand. If you'd like to come and join us and have this great experience here at the radio, you give us a call here at 209-944-5987. I'm sure we have something for you here to do.
Not only that, Chris, I love your ideas and what you shared in regards to our 4th annual Chicano Community Program with KXVS for next year.
Like I said, we can make it bigger and better. We just got to get the community involved.
And how we could get the community involved is in different areas because, of course, we could always use that help in kids' games. You know, we could use some help in poetry.
Let's get those schools involved.
Exactly. All the mechistas out there calling on you, mechistas, you know, this is something that you can do, and you can also benefit from this.
That's right. You get your community service work out of the way that you need to get done.
Whoop, whoop. I love that. You know, that's something that Cesar Chavez did for their students. And they were excited to come out and be part of the event because they knew that they were going to get the credit. They knew it. and they did
It's not hard.
great.
It's not hard work. Like I said, we just need you, the community, involved. This is the community radio.
A little commitment goes a long way, right?
That's right.
And like Chris said, you know what? It's best to start early instead of so close to the event, and that's true because the earlier we start planning on this event for the 4th annual, the better prepared and organized we would be. And that way we're not running around trying to take care of some things that, you know, may not have worked out like we thought were going to work out. But at the same time, too, you know, give the community an opportunity to be part of this event. Because this event is very important. It's going to help us with funding to continue the Chicano, look at me, calling it Chicano Community Program, the Sabor Latino, and not only that, but all the variety programming that we have here, which is a variety. I'm talking gaming, I'm talking kids programs, I'm talking news, you know, what's happening out there in the community. This is important. More and more people are coming on board because they see the value of community radio. And so we want you. You know, we want your help. We want you to become members. We want you to give a little donation, you know, commit, and make this radio station better together. Like our banner says, join KXVS. Let's make Stockton better together. And that's something that we all can do. You know, one little good deed, hey, goes a long way, doesn't it?
That's right.
All right. Thank you so much, Chris Jimenez, for coming. And of course, he always takes me way back to the KOP days because we were always working together at that time, you know, 70s and 80s. Yeah, that's around the time we started. And now we have a new generation with Joe. And
We're going to bring it back.
Yes, we are. And that is the reason why I did start Sabor Latino, you know, because it's a continuation, because that's where they stopped with Sabor Latino. Yes, the name changed from Chicano Community Program to Sabor Latino, but that's where it ended. And so we're going to continue it. And if you'd like to be part of that, give us a call right here, 467-4455, and let's get you on board.
Either that or share us on Facebook. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. All you got to do is put share.
Very simple.
Yeah.
That's exactly. It's very simple.
Very simple.
Couple clicks on the little computer.
And you are in.
That's it.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming in. Go ahead and finish.
Okay, we got an on the front lines end gun violence, October 18th, 2017. That's going to be held at Stockton Memorial Civic Auditorium. The On the Front Line Summit seeks to educate and bring advocacy and awareness around the impacts of gun violence on the community to gain better understanding to how to create and sustain change that increases public safety and endorses collective healing. Any information, you can get information at 209-941-0701.
And I mentioned this earlier, but we have Dia de los Muertos. There we go.
Very good.
Day of the Dead. It's let's see, October 29th at the San Joaquin Delta College Warren Atherton Auditorium, 5150 Pacific Avenue, Stockton, California, 95207, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And the prices for tickets are adults $15, seniors $10, students and children ages 4 to 12 are $8, 4 and under are only $1. And I didn't mention this earlier, but the tickets are available at the Delta Center for the Arts Lock Center, directly across from the Atherton Auditorium.
Yep. And who you will be seeing is a wonderful dance troupe called, of course, Zapata Folkloric Ballet. And of course, Frank has done such an awesome job with this Ballet Folklorico. Oh my goodness. I have watched them grow up, and let me tell you, they have blossomed to be such beautiful dancers. So this performance they're going to put out, I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of those jaw-dropping performances, because that's what it was the last time when I was the MC there. And let me tell you, everyone was screaming and left with a very, very, very big smile on their face, because you know what? They got the performance that they thought they would. So definitely don't miss it. Another one, save the date, and this is Delta. Delta's La Raza Employee Association will be hosting their annual Dia de los Muertos Scholarship Breakfast. And this is only $15. It's a donation for LREA Scholarship Fund. Comes with a complimentary ticket for breakfast, and that includes the pozole, tamal, pan dulce, hot chocolate, or even coffee. Okay, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Breakfast can be also enjoyed in the festive environment, or it could also be taken out. So they're going to be doing delivery options. So that will be available in case you don't want to eat there. You could take it home and have it for dinner, or even the following day. Just make sure you put it in the fridge, right? So this is happening November the 1st, 2017 from 7:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the San Joaquin Delta College in Danner Hall. All right. Any shout out, guys? Any shout outs to anybody that you love out there, or somebody that's, left an impression?
Family.
Yep.
That's it.
Thank you so much for being part of the Sabor Latino with Betty Ramirez here. Of course, this is KXVS. We'll be here tomorrow, same time, same place. And remember that on Saturdays, I do have La Voz with a DJ from this area. So if you know of a DJ, have them call me so that way they could get on board too and do their own little show, because it is between the hours of 4 and 7. And so that's something that we always offer for our DJs in this area. The number to call is 209-467-4455. Give us a call. Let us know. This is Betty Ramirez signing off. And thank you guys. Do appreciate you again.
No problem.
For your help. All righty. Take care. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Ay, mami.
Joe Vuitton doing Latin Lover.